How's it going today?
So Hale, I love your character.
Oh, thank you.
I'm in love with your character.
Thank you so much. I am too.
Yeah, what do we
Takes one to know
expect
one.
to see from him this this next season in
Man,
Hillary?
I wish I knew. I wish I could tell you. I think that it's important perhaps to note the kind of darkness that he was experiencing at the end of season 1 and the sort of revelation of a kind of higher purpose to his life and that sort of blindsiding him and being a kind of important anchor in his kind of ultimate evolution. So that's what I'll say.
Well, it kind of affected you guys' relationship too. You know what you were going through in break bills and stuff like that. How is that gonna? Do you know if that's gonna change? Or?
I think that as two characters, we had to kind of confront emotions together in a way that they probably hadn't had to before. I didn't perhaps have the tools and the language to work through some of those harder hurdles that you have to grapple through with your closest friends and loved ones.
We sort of learned how to talk and be honest with each other towards the end. You know, and that's hard in any relationship, but I think it was particularly hard for those two. Yeah.
For you, both of you actually, everybody else kind of had a lot of internal struggles going on, and so they have to kind of act a little bit more quiet. But it seems like you guys gotta have fun with like vamping up with both your characters, and it's all about more and more and more.
Yeah.
What is it that you
There's
tap
no
into
such thing as too much
Yeah,
when you're
all
hard
you gotta
up.
just take
Like throw away every rule you ever learned in acting class. Like go bigger.
Well, I think that the beauty of these characters maybe is that the rules can be broken sometimes, but we do definitely try to ground the comedy in the relationship and ground the experience that these characters are having in the reality of the situation. That being said, we can run the gamut. You know, we can take it to a wildly comedic place, or we can sort of ground it in a much simpler, internalized.
Something I learned season 1, you know, and that I told myself by the end of the season I had really internalized, was the lines are funny and the situations are funny and they're already so fantastical that you don't have to do as much work, you know, sort of gesturing to that. Like, you know, the writing kind of does its work. You just sort of say the lines and it's funny. You know, it almost works
it's
better
even
that
funnier
way.
maybe if you just
Throw it away. I know that's a word to use, but in a way.
Being an old actress teacher used to say Shakespeare just wrote their same lines and leave. He's afraid to look for it.
Exactly. Yeah.
For your character, there's real demons there, and you know, the first half of the series, you're sort of playing them up, and it's funny.
it's like, oops, my demons, you know? Yeah.
And then it gets real dark and real. How was that kind of knowing that that's coming, and playing it up goofy and light, and where that's headed?
Well, I think that it gave me a real opportunity to set Elliot up one way and then take a really strong arc downward to kind of like what he is experiencing, his past that's confronting him, and his kind of real struggle with being honest with himself about who he really is and what he really wants, or if he even knows, and if he does. And so, sorry, is there another part to that question?
Can we expect you to they sort of begrudgingly work together? All the characters sort of
Right.
necessarily bring it along.
Yeah.
Are they going to trust each other a little more?
Hopefully
It's having, you know, not being able to tell you anything. I sure hope that we can come together as a group
like, wait, no.
and get along and share.
Yeah.
You could say, maybe.
Maybe.
And there, I want to ask about the scene that you had with Jason. That provocative scene, I guess.
The threesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And
call it what it
basically,
Menage a trois.
exactly. Like how was the dynamic in working that, you know, and then like will we see more as far as you guys, your relationship with Quentin, you know, and
Maybe.
Again,
What was it like doing that and working together?
yeah, like what was it? Yeah, how did
It was easy. It was fun. We are friends and we're very close.
yeah,
Sort of-
so there was no weird.
It wasn't like no big deal.
Yeah. But it was also gratifying because Margot had a really fun little scene with Quentin before it happened, and that was really fun to sort of have a more grounded moment with her.
Yeah.
Because they were, I didn't have any in the first season, it was all sorts of shits and giggles.
Yeah.
So it was nice to just have a scene where I was talking and had my guard down.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's room for
We're gonna be at this season.
subtle dynamics and evolution.
Like more vulnerability with each other.
I think so.
Guys, just one more question here, okay?
Well, without giving away too much, I guess, about what's coming into season 2, where do you guys hope that your individual character arcs are going to go, either in season 2 or beyond?
I sort of don't have any attachments other than what I read in the book. Janet in the book has this amazing quest that she goes on of self-realization. And, you know, that's the one thing that I'm really attached to. Other than that, I'm sort of curious to see what, you know, Sarah would interpret Margot in the show.
I keep begging John McNamara to like let him fence at some point.
Yeah, he wants to fence. He's obsessed with the
I
fencing.
want Elliot to fence
In
like
the background of a scene, he'll like
Princess
just play
Bride
fence.
style, you know, that's like a life dream of mine, so I don't know if he'll ever ask for fencing.
I think he'd like. Why not?
You have dreams in here. You have dreams on the show.
Maybe once you're fillery, it'll be.
Yeah,
It can happen.
it can happen.
We're married now, so.